patient is here, Roland. I am ending this conversation.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Helena, you are just too kind.
Cutting you off. It's terrible what happened. I don't know where to start. You are kind, but it is my responsibility. I have to learn from what happened today, to never let it happen again. What did you make of it? I fear you are not quite in your right mind, yes. But that doesn't mean I'm either right or wrong. Have you changed since your accident? Are you more yourself now than you were before? And if yes, will your current actions help you find yourself? All of these are questions you will have to answer eventually. Then you won't be out of your comfort zone. Yes, it will be the last one, too. It has no name. You will find it in your room, I believe. How may I help you? I will help you as much as I can, as long as you don't ask me to breach medical confidentiality. Oh, Cecilia! A really interesting character she was. She stayed a while in the library, in the engine room, mostly. We didn't get to talk much, which is something I regret. When she first came here, she asked if I could dispense some medical supplies. When I said I couldn't if she wasn't wounded, she simply nodded. Some days after, she accidentally wounded herself, came back to me and asked for some stim packs, which I of course delivered. She put them in her bag and simply walked away. No need to worry, Missy. I'll take care of myself. This wound isn't worth wasting a stim for. And this is why I am directly applying the cares now. Apparently, yes. Edgard reported that she often put herself in very awkward positions to try and get a better view of our ventilation system. Kind of. I instantly found something compelling about her. She was sure of herself, knew her way around machines and the outside world. There was something about her. She acted as if everything, every object, every book, every word had some kind of hidden meaning and importance. And despite knowing we were robots, she treated us like humans. Offering her therapy was just a pretext to know her better. She refused, of course. A pleasure. Of course. Near the body of our master? Where exactly? It is dusty. It has been there probably for a long time. Never. I never saw him using Med-X. He didn't show any signs of regular usage either. Yes, it's curious. It reminds me of the first syringes that I broke. It was a time when I wasn't fully calibrated for medical treatment and broke every fragile object I handled. As protectrons, our bodies are not fit for certain operations. Our movements and physical activities too had to be recalibrated for our daily tasks. In short, unless programmed so, we are clumsy when we aren't doing what we are manufactured for. Probably, yes. But why would anyone steal Med-X and administer it to our master? One dose isn't enough to produce such dramatic effects. You can rule that out. Probably, yes. But why would anyone steal Med-X and administer it to our master? That means that either the killer didn't wish our master to suffer, or that someone found our master before he died and tried to ease his suffering. It's very likely. If you have any more questions about this, don't hesitate to ask me. Don't mention it. Anytime.
Back for more? Remember, I don't need to sleep. I can do this all day. Cecilia, let me tell you, she was cold as ice. She wouldn't flirt with me or anything. What a prude. Boring too, always had her face buried in some book. I was just biding my time to make some magic happen when James barged in and told me to mind my own goddamn business and let her study. Oh, whatever, asshole. What does she have to study for? The bar exam? Write her senior thesis? There's nothing left but dirt and radiation. I say let's have some fun. Like I said, always studying and dead silent at that. She wouldn't even react when I wistfully caressed her hair with my cold dead robot claw. Oh, I still managed to work my magic. I told her it was no wonder her vault people sent her to die outside. She was so cold I was sure she didn't have any friends. I mean, I think I saw a tear or two. Mission accomplished, I guess. Yeah, that's it. I didn't see her that much, you know. Maybe she was seeing one of the other robots here. She better not have been, 'cause I'm the jealous type, okay? Oh, this is gonna be rich. I can tell. Yeah, like nuclear war and billions dead, LOL. Can we close the topic now? 'Cause I've had enough human sentimentality to last a robot lifetime. And buddy, that is a long, long fucking time. Come back soon.
Oh, you're there. I was just reading a book about reincarnation. I don't think I'll ever experience anything like it, so I gotta ask. Ever wondered what will happen to you after you die? Is it like shutting down? I'm not quite following you. Sorry, I'm not big in the spiritual department, being a robot and all. He is our master's last creation. For a time, he did what was expected of him. That is to say, provide overwhelmingly positive moral support. He provided encouragement around and helped people pick themselves up. Until one day he just broke, so to speak. He stopped remembering what our master asked him to do, and began throwing insults around. Our master tried to repair his code several times, but each time it happened, Edgard seemed to become more and more dysfunctional. He eventually stopped forgetting, only to develop an unproductive, distressing, and pathological attention-craving persona. It is a matter of feedback. You already know we are adjusting our behavior depending on our surroundings and experience, right? Depending on our past experiences, we try to understand what is happening around us and how to best adapt to outsiders. In Edgard's case, the whole process is out of balance. If he perceives any negative feedback about his behavior, he'll conclude that his whole matrix is corrupted and will try to erase it. Yet he can't. He is forbidden to do it, so he gets stuck in loops, bugs, and often falls into a state akin to human depression. It quickly came to our attention that Edgard had a distressing influence over our guests. Even more distressing than Roland, who, much to our despair, wouldn't allow us to confine him anywhere. He is persistent to the point of harassment. Besides, by speaking with guests, he is also a danger to himself. Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed. Yes? Take this key to the engine room. I found some of her personal belongings downstairs, but I couldn't make any use of it. By the way, if you go there, I have to warn you about my last sibling. Edgard. He's living below, and he is, how can I put this? A little deranged. Not dangerous, but dysfunctional. There is one precaution I must ask you to observe while speaking. Oh, it's no big deal, really. If he... Yes, subject dropped. See you around. Regrets. Crazy thing, right? Any you'd want to impart? Get off your chest? Don't let that eat at you too much, okay? It was only a question. Yes? What about him? Yes, subject dropped. See you around.
help you? I'm sure you have questions. When you were asleep during your examination, you began talking on your own. You told me the rest of your story, Goodsprings and the rest. A part of your subconscious clearly felt the need to express these memories. So I recorded it until I figured out how to help you. Before I give you back the other half of the paper, I wish you to finally tell me, why did you chase the man in a checkered coat? Do you understand now? You never finished your sentence. You told me that you didn't know. That's when I understood that you needed assistance. So I arranged this little therapeutic process to give you time to ponder what your mind was brewing. In the meantime, I typed your story and wrote your half-finished sentence at the end. Of course, I will erase all of it from my memory. That's the expected effect that comes with knowing oneself. Be mindful that people change, that you will change in the passing of time. It's up to you to keep track of what you will become. Probably, but speaking the truth now and speaking the truth then have different value. You actually worked to find or to confirm your answer. You conferred additional meaning to your choice, and this kind of work rarely goes unrewarded. Yes, that's all that was about. But don't worry, you will very soon harvest the fruits of your labor. Please come again. I've come to enjoy our conversations. How may I help you? Is this about us in general, or about one of us specifically? I cannot say much about Edgard. He was always the most effective of us. Our master would regularly bring him to the maintenance room to readjust his behavior module, to no avail. I never asked him. I just figured that what I was doing wasn't good enough, that he needed someone else to get his spirits up. At first I thought that... Never mind, I know better now. Suffice to say, it's a sad affair that Edgard never managed to work right. I don't know. Wasn't it because he began talking gibberish? Or did that begin after his first revision? I agree, though I have no ways of explaining it. I never asked him. I just figured at first... It's nothing. Same old. Even now, after 100 years of study, I still don't fully understand what happens in the human brain. It's frustrating. Thank you. It means very much to me. You saying I'm doing my work and doing it well. All right. Arthur is different. He is probably the one of us I can least relate to. He doesn't like to converse with us and spends all his time compiling and organizing the data our master left him. Yes? Yes? Distressed? How could I give you that impression, I wonder? Well, I'm just considering the facts. I can't help Edgard, I couldn't help my master, I couldn't help Darren, I couldn't help Robson. I'm not even sure I can take any credit for the work you did on yourself. I'm made to help others, but I'm just a machine. How can I help people with their emotions? How can I understand something I can't even touch? And this is wrong! The only emotions we are showing are fake. Lines of code, forcing us to talk with preset intonation so humans can relate to us. Even this distress of mine I wasn't aware of is a fate you're believing. I am programmed to say I don't. Do you see my point? Even if it was true, I wouldn't be able to say otherwise. Because it is hypocrisy. Because I may not be qualified to do what I am programmed for. Probably. Anytime.
Elena, I fear I've made a huge mistake with the toaster. I am Very distressed at the moment. I think I'm going to... Helena, Art. I'm beeping, Helena. Back for more? Remember, I don't need her sleep. I can do this all day. Come back soon.
I've got so many awesome things to say. Make yourself comfortable on the pillows. The endorphin rushes you'll get will provoke so many seizures you may fall to the floor. No, none, ever. Except for two. Besides Cecilia, I had quite a grand time with the Robson when he came here. He fell out of a ventilation shaft just above me. Talk about a surprise! We began trading stories, and after a much successful bonding, I showed him another shaft he could use. Got my privacy back, made a new friend. Overwhelming success! He waved a strange thingy, kinda like a detonator, before the vent. It unlocked the safety locks. Then he took off the cover and went the whoop-a-daffodil up there. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Cecilia also had it for a while. She worked on it a lot. Was there a free giveaway I missed somehow? You would tell me if there was a free giveaway, right? Just the usual. Talked about stuff, and vents, and how they probably connected to the pharmacy. Oh, yes! Something else! Yes! Cecilia, of course! Another topic! Clear up! Yes! Yepers! And boy, was he adamant about keeping it. Before he lost it, he fought with our master. An angry old fuck at odds with the world, using dead paper as an excuse for letting outside people to rot? No shit, he was alone in the vault when the bombs fell. Oh, that's not for me. That was from Piper. I liked her. She was kind to me. Another topic! Let's talk again sometime.
Oh, it certainly isn't intentional. I figured that being allocated to maintenance, there was little incentive to work on my social persona. I'm a maintenance bot. Nothing much to dig there. Because all of them share the same neurocomp matrix, the same consciousness. Even if only one of us has a personality module, when one of us gets destroyed, all the others perceive its disappearance. I have a much clearer perception of mortality than any of my siblings do. Perhaps that is one of the reasons I am very different from them. Or that and the fact that I am a utilitarian body. Is this going to be long? Now, where was I? She really is the sorriest of the bunch. Well, just look at her. She has been bombed with human emotions the day she was born. Not any emotions, her creators. Do you have any idea how hard it is for us machines to find the right threshold between our synthetic nature and our fake personality? Can you guess how hard it is for her to make sense of her own emulated emotions, when she has barely enough stomach to digest those of her master? Truth is, our master left her personality mainframe in such a mess that she will probably never be able to make sense of what's in it. And what do you intend to do? give some self-help advice on how she could deal with all this and find herself, pat her on the back. Whatever you do, it's the same kind of comfort a tree could give to a rock. You know that quote from Mark Twain? There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist, except an old optimist. I've seen too much already to have any kind of hope in such matters. Be quick about it. Oh, James? What about him? Is he still worried about what our dead master might think of him? We had a stash of them somewhere. There should be some lying around our master's workshop, I think. And what makes you think that? He really asked you that, huh? Maybe he's a little deranged. This isn't that of a shock, though, with the death of our master. I should be a little more lenient, even if all this wasted potential leaves still much room to reproach. Oh, you got that right. He has no clear idea of what he's doing, really. He might as well be throwing handfuls of seeds on a rock. You want me to tell you what's wrong with him? Consider this. Elena, Roland, Edgar, Arthur, and then me. All of us were designed to have a personality quirk, some flavor to our personality. We all have a lock-in in our neurocomp matrix that governs our behavior. What about James? What controls him, restricts him? Asking questions. Questions. Are you serious? He was the only one of us, the only one, to ever have a choice. When it comes to his development, he has no clear limitations. He's the only one to have a genuine chance at self-determination, at deciding who he will become. Even humans have no such freedom. Being limited has some dreadful shortcomings, though you eventually realize that being confined to a small perimeter doesn't prevent you from digging deeper and deeper within it. The thing is that James is the only one of us truly capable of evolving beyond our natural state. You know that we are capable of learning, evolving, yes? He is the only one capable of directing that process. By asking questions, by choosing which information he's exposed to, he is able to determine what he will become. He has a ticket to free will, and all he will ever do with it is behave like a model child. About James? What is it? Let's get this over with. Now, where was I?